Jerry Jones goes on the radio a lot. He's the only owner in the NFL that goes on the radio. And over the course of time, I've been saying this for the last 6 months to a year, I kind of feel he's becoming Al Davis near the end, where he's living in the past. He sees something nobody else does. He's not willing to listen to outside voices. So he talked about his optimism, try to follow it, on the Cowboys this year. From what I can tell, Jerry Jones is saying, you got to be optimistic. I own the Cowboys. You got to be optimistic. And I do believe for business owners, optimism is a crucial asset to have. Hard to get rich being snarky and negative. You got to believe you can solve the daily problems. So the 1-1 is 3. From what I can tell, he's saying optimism is how I have to land owning this team. So let's just simplify Dallas. Not to be a reductionist and simplify everything, but I do think when you're doing a radio TV show, let's keep everything in front of us on the fairway. Here's the simplest way to describe, in 2022, an offensive league, the situation the Cowboys are in. So let's talk about a league that is essentially based on the quarterback and the coach. If you've got an A at both, you're generally in the Super Bowl conversation. There's only 2 teams, though, where we love both the coach and the quarterback. We love Andy Reid and Mahomes. We love McVay and Stafford. So we love both. Only 2. Here's where we like both. You may love one, but we like both Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. We mostly love Aaron Rodgers. We're not quite sure. We like both Josh Allen and McDermott. We like Lamar and John Harbaugh. Maybe not love for some of you on Lamar or John or Sean McDermott. Is he really proven? Matt LaFleur's beating the division. He's not beating anybody out of it in the playoffs. So we like both of them. And then there's the group where we love one and we're still trying to figure out the other. We love Kyle Shanahan. We don't know what to make of Trey Lance. We love Justin Herbert. Brandon Staley, we don't know. We love Russell Wilson. He's got a rookie coach. We love Joe Burrow. Zach Taylor was about to get fired before Joe Burrow got drafted. We love Kyler Murray's talent. Is Kingsbury a good coach? We love Brady. Todd Bowles already fired once in the NFL. So those, if you add all those up right now, that's 11. And that's mostly, to me, the Super Bowl bubble. Those 11 teams. We either love both the coach and the quarterback, we like both of them, or we love one and we're figuring out the other. Dallas is in the category of I can't stand one, the head coach, and I'm not always sold on the other, Dak Prescott, who's never proven he can carry an anemic offensive line or a depleted so-so receiving core or an eroding running back who's highly compensated. That's the simplest way to put it. In a quarterback coaches league, Dallas is in the category, and it ain't close to the Super Bowl of I can't stand one of them. And the quarterback, I like him most weeks, not all of them. Optimism becomes delusion if you think Dallas is a Super Bowl team. Mike Tomlin is undefeated at the microphone. He is the best coach in the NFL maybe in a long time, certainly in a long time, maybe ever. At sense of humor, very direct, very succinct. So it came out a couple days ago that Kenny Pickett, the rookie quarterback who played at Pitt, 4-year starter, was third on the depth chart after a really good preseason. And I and others thought, third behind Mason Rudolph? Third? A clerical error from this point forward is my excuse for anything. Listen, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, hell, maybe even 10, if you had a good roster, a good coach, a couple of nice weapons, and an average quarterback, you could not only win your division, you could win a pretty good division. That is a big ask in 2022. The quarterback play at the high end is better than it's ever been. It's an offensive league. The league is pivoted. Every rule helps the offense. So the Steelers kind of have one way they can beat you going into this season, a suffocating, relentless pass rush. The quarterback, Trubisky, not great. Offensive coordinator, I'm not a fan. Run game, O-line, still kind of meh. Bengals, Ravens can beat you a lot of ways. And I just think what the Steelers are. So let's go to the last, let's say 5 years. Let's keep it fairly simple. Where a team has, a good roster, but they're pretty average at quarterback. And that's where Pittsburgh is today. So the best case scenario would be the Niners. I like Jimmy Garoppolo a lot more than all of you do. I think he's a good player. Not great, but good. So they have a really, really good roster like the Steelers. And quarterback, well, they got to a Super Bowl. So that's the best case scenario. But usually in life, the best case scenario doesn't work out. Let's take the worst case scenario. Denver's got a very good roster, right? But they weren't very good at quarterback either. Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock. Well, they were terrible. They were 7-10 and 5-11 last 2 years. But let's not take the worst case scenario. So let's throw out the Steelers. It's going to work out the best possible way, or Denver the worst. And what Pittsburgh is going to be is Pittsburgh, which is why I haven't taken them seriously for 10 years for Super Bowls. They're going to be Pittsburgh. They're going to be mostly well-coached, very competent, one way to win, meh at quarterback in big spots, and that's what they'll be. They'll be Pittsburgh. They're not gifted enough offensively on the O-line or play calling coordinator to be a San Francisco. But they won't be a disaster like Denver because, again, Deshaun Watson's not playing. The schedule's got a lot of W's. And Tomlin's built up a lot of trust with the players. They play hard. They're always good when you doubt them. Sometimes not as good when they're favored. But I think Pittsburgh's going to be what they've been 2 of the last 3 years, just hovering around 500. And so I just think it's a really big ask today to have a really good roster, good defensive coach, and you're meh at quarterback. I just don't think you can win big in this league. Could 10 years ago, maybe, absolutely 20 years ago. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, no question. Could win a division. I don't think you can do it today. I'm not sure you can get close. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.